Hey guys, it's Sarah. If you're new here and you enjoy the strange and unusual, please like and subscribe. And if you're a usual here, thank you so much for always tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Today's video is going to be on the Stanley Hotel. And if you're not familiar with that, well, it inspired the book The Shining by Stephen King. So I'm going to jump on in, and I hope you guys enjoy so much as I hope y'all usually do. Now, the Stanley Hotel is located in Estes Park, Colorado. It started being built in 1903, finished being built in 1909, created by Flora and Oscar Stanley. It has over 140 rooms, some old and historic, some historic but renovated, and some new. Depending on which of these you want to stay in can kind of change your experience of your stay at the hotel. Now, it started kind of going downhill like a little bit. I'm not sure who owns it now, but around that time that it kind of started going downhill a little bit, Stephen King stayed there, and things kind of changed a little bit. Now, one of the most well-known things about it is Stephen King stayed there. He stayed there with his family during a snowstorm, and this has been like years since Flora and Oscar have lived there. But Stephen King had stayed there when the hotel kind of was going down a little bit, and he stayed in room 217 with his family. He woke up, I believe, in a cold sweat after having a nightmare, which ended up helping create the book The Shining. And if you're not familiar with The Shining, well, just look into some videos or possibly read the book. It's a very fascinating thing, and Jack Nicholson plays in it, and Shelley Duvall, I believe. So that's something to check out. Now I'm kind of going to go into which parts of the hotel are supposedly the most haunted, and also like what people have seen there. So, room 217, which Stephen King stayed in, is supposedly haunted by Elizabeth Wilson, who was a housekeeper at the hotel. Now, I believe there was like an accident involving her, but she didn't end up dying there. But her ghost is still said to haunt room 217. Also, several people that have stayed there have had nightmares, such as Stephen King. Now, the next on the list is Concert Hall, where Flora's ghost, which is one of the creators of the hotel with her husband Oscar, is said, or her ghost is said, to play the piano. Now, there was also, like, one of the men who was, like, I guess a maintenance guy or someone who worked at the hotel, and he was known as a trickster alive and a trickster as a ghost. He has messed with the workers, he has messed with tourists, he just is one trickster ghost. Another in this concert hall is a girl named Lucy, or her ghost. Now, there's really not like a lot of backstory behind Lucy. It's just, I guess, someone who stayed at the hotel once, possibly died there, but she was said to be just kind of a wanderer. Next is room 401. People have said to hear giggling children kind of running around. Also, there is a closet that opens and closes, and the people who have been in this room have said that. So that's kind of creepy. Next is room 428, which people that have stayed in it have apparently seen what is the ghost of a cowboy that sits on the edge of the bed. Now, also, people overhead have heard furniture moving and footsteps above them, but that's virtually impossible because of the way the roof is slanted, and I don't believe there is a room above this room. Next is the grand staircase, which I believe is at the entrance of the hotel. And a couple people have said that they've seen a female figure there or a woman atop the stairs. Now, I'm going to show y'all some photographs, and in one of those photographs, it is apparently the woman. But from what a lot of people see, it's a very blunt ghost of a woman. I'm not really sure who it is. Possibly someone who stayed at the hotel. Maybe it was Flora. I'm not honestly sure. I tried to look into it, couldn't really find much on it, but I hope you guys enjoy that. And the last place that's supposedly said to be the most haunted is the underground caves where people hear echoes and whispers. Some people kind of knock it off to be kind of a wind going throughout the cave, but for people like me, I would probably end up like saying it was a ghost and it was haunted because it's a cave. Maybe like people with them being like a lot of I believe like rocks and stones and crystals and that, I believe it could capture the energy, and that's what a lot of other people believe. Now that I've kind of gone behind and told y'all the haunted places in the hotel, which I hope you liked, I'm going to show y'all two different photographs, and as far as I know, they're not photoshopped. They were just simple people on tours that like looked with their phone and took a picture and just so happened to notice the images after they took them later. But they were really just eerie to look at, and the description one of the guys gave about the picture is very eerie. Um, just take a look. While on a tour with a few other couples in the hotel, John and Jessica Malling took photos, and in one of the photos were seen little girls on the staircase. It was not discovered till after they had looked at the photo, whenever the tour was over, but if you look, you can clearly see what seems to be the apparitions of little girls. This next photo is by Henry Yu. He took this photograph on his iPhone while looking around in the hotel. He said before he noticed what he had captured, he felt empty and sick. It had been a whole night till he had finally viewed what he captured on his camera. But whenever he looked on the staircase and saw what is a woman at the top of the stairs. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing that footage or the pictures and the information I gathered. The Stanley Hotel is one of the places that I absolutely want to go and it's at the top of my list. Also, a huge fan of Stephen King, so the thought that he just stayed there is also hella cool. But if you have any more information about it, or you want to tell me stories like you've been there, or you know anyone that works there, let me know in the comments or message me. I always like hearing about stuff. If you have any opinions on the pictures you saw, also tell me. But thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I'm so thankful. And this definitely is a video that has just been waiting to happen. So I was really excited. Well, you guys have a good day, and I hope you tune in next time.